And okay, good morning again. Welcome to the 30-day morning course. I am your hostess for the next 30 days, Elizabeth Bukar. I am so pleased to have you here. I'm the founder of What Little, and on this course, over the next 30 days, we are going to be talking about everything with regards to your money. Spending, saving, investing, protecting your wealth. We're going to split this into 4 main categories. First is creation. First, before we have any wealth, we have to actually create it, right? So we are going to first create wealth, and I'll break that down in how we do that. Then we're going to be talking about growth, growing our wealth. We can do that via investing, and there are different ways that we can invest. So investing is where we grow wealth. It's not necessarily where we create wealth. So we grow it. We have to put some money in, and then we grow. We can grow that through investing, through business, through property. And then I'm going to talk about protecting our wealth. A lot of people have this fear of losing money. I don't know if that's something that you guys, have yourselves. A lot of people have this fear of losing money. So I'm going to talk about protecting. And finally is impacting. That's impacting, using your money to positively impact our world, positively impact your world and your community. So today's day 1, and we are talking about sight. So we're starting with sight, because if we were going somewhere and our feet were, we need our feet to move, right? We need our feet for movement, and we're going somewhere on a journey, but we were blindfolded. Let's assume that we know exactly where we want to go, but we were blindfolded. If you are blindfolded, but you know where you want to go, would you get there? Probably not, unless you have some kind of guide, someone holding your hand, taking you there. And so I want to help you activate your sight for where you want to go financially. If you saw, I have already sent you guys early this morning some pre-work. I sent you some questions, right? I hope you've received that email. If you haven't, you can check your email and you should have it there. You have some pre-work. I've sent you some questions on things that you can start thinking about to help activate your sight, your dreams for your financial future. So it's the vision. And if you don't have vision, you don't have a financial vision, it's going to be really hard for you to get anywhere, because if you don't know where you're going, you're not going to know when you get there, and you wouldn't even get there because you don't know where you're going, right? You can't get to a place in the West by going east. And so there are certain things that each of us have to do that aligns with the vision that we have for ourselves. So if you have a particular vision, it's very different from my vision. The things that you have to do financially will be very different from what I would have to do financially. And that's the importance of vision. The vision will guide our direction. Vision guides our feet. So like I said, if you're going on a journey with your feet, but you don't have any eyes, now you've got vision, it guides your feet. So you're telling your feet, this step next, and now we're going west when we want to go west, as opposed to going east, but actually desiring to go west. So we're going to write the vision. Habakkuk 2:2 in the Bible says, write the vision, make it plain, so that anyone who reads it can run with it. And it's as simple as that. Once you know where you're going, it needs to be written down, and it needs to be written down very plainly, as simple as you can understand it. So anyone who reads it, so when you read it, you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing next. You know exactly what it means. Now, your vision is going to be very different from my vision. What I want for myself financially in the next 5, 10, 20 years is going to be very different from what you want, because we're different people, we're different backgrounds, we're different ages, we have different goals, we have different dependents, we have different responsibilities. And so it's very important. Now, if you got your homework, you would have seen that I gave you a bunch of questions. Your pre-work, you see I gave you a bunch of questions about that you have to think through. Another thing that you have to also think through is understanding if this vision is exactly what God asked you to do. If it's God inspired, and if it's what you want to do. Another thing, one thing I don't want us to do is take a vision that someone else has given you, a vision that someone says, oh, by the time you're 30, you should have bought 3 houses. Let's say that's, someone said that, but that's not in line with what you want to do, because you're seeing yourself as, an entrepreneur doing, big things in business, and maybe business is your route to building wealth. And then you're carrying this vision that someone else has for you, to go into property. So I want you to reflect. Just by a show of hands, you can click hands. Let me know in the chat if you got your pre-work email, because those 2 things are going to work together. Me here and the email questions. Those 2 things are going to work together. Now your assignment, you got it, great. So I know that I'm seeing some thumbs up in the chat. Your assignment for today is to clearly, in detail, write down your vision. And this is exactly what you see for yourself in the future, what you dream for yourself. Now, sometimes people tell me, I don't have a vision for myself. I don't have a dream. I can't see. I really just can't see. And with all due respect, and sometimes I understand why people can't see where they want to go in the future. It's sometimes because they've had dreams before, they've gotten disappointed, and now they're managing their disappointment. So they're managing their disappointment so they don't expose themselves to get hurt by their dreams again, by their dreams not actually coming to pass. But the truth is, everyone has a dream. Everyone has a vision. Now, it may not be exactly what you want it to be. So if you're not intentional in clarifying in detail what that vision is, you're literally working towards it. You're working towards something, and it may not be what you want. Many people start out life without clearly understanding what their financial vision is. They turn up at 70 and they realize that they're on the state pension, they don't have enough money. They're broke, they have debt, and they're wondering, how did I get here? And they're relying on so many other people. And that's why I say we all have vision. So if you're not intentional about what the vision is going to be for you, it will still be something that you might not know, that you're not intending it to be, but it's still there. Something is still going to happen. So your assignment, as I said, is intentionally in detail, write down where you see yourself in the next 5 years, 10 years, and 20 years, right? If you want to go further, you can go for 40 as well. Write it down in detail. Then we're going to, in the following days, we're going to come up with a plan to achieve those things. But for yourself financially, where do you see yourself? Where do you see your savings account? Where do you see your investment account? Where do you see yourself living? What do you see yourself doing? Who do you see yourself being? How will you be feeling in that 5, 10, 20? Will you still be slightly anxious about money, or will you be completely free? Like, oh, I'm not worried about money. How are you going to be feeling? What exactly where would you be living? What would you be doing? Who would you be around? Right? Who's going to be in your inner circle? Who are your friends? Who are you going to be hanging around? Maybe for some people that might be family. Maybe for some people it might be, their best friends. It doesn't matter. In the next 5, 10, 20, write it down clearly. And email me. I have done with day 1 as your title once you are done. Why? I'm here to keep you accountable. I know this is you're all here, but one thing that happens with courses is people get on, they start day 1, they lose momentum, they feel like, but you all signed up for a reason. And the reason was you want to be better with money. And I'm here for a reason. My reason is I want you to be better with money. And so every day, once you're done your assignment, I want you to click to send me an email saying done. If you do want my feedback, you can also include, you can let me know what your assignment is, and I will email you back my feedback. But I'm going to be here every day, and I will be showing up every day. And I want you to commit to also showing up for yourselves every day. As I'm going to be showing up for you, you're going to be showing up for yourselves. And so we're doing this in partnership. If you don't show up for yourselves, then the partnership doesn't work. So, like I said, it was just going to be 10 minutes and slightly over. But thank you. So that's all for today. I will be back tomorrow, send you another video. And we're going to talk more about the next steps. But for today, and make sure you do it today, write your vision, make it plain. Where do you see yourself 5, 10, and 20 years? And before you do that, reflect on all the questions I sent you in that email. When you signed up, I sent you today's day 1 pre-work. I sent you about 5 questions and I sent you 4 more reflection questions. Reflect on all those things because you don't want to create a vision that is not yours. It's going to be a complete waste of time because once you start doing this thing, you will lose momentum, you will lose motivation, and you will not even be inspired to do it halfway through. You want that vision to be completely yours. And I sent you questions on how to ensure that happens. Okay. If you have any questions, you can drop it in the chat. If not, I'll let you get back to your day and have a blessed day till tomorrow.
Thank you, Elizabeth.